lying a lot might actually have consequences. Oh my God. Don Jr.'s stunning testimony. I cannot overstate how damaging these admissions are. They put a crime guy up on the stand, and then they asked him questions, and he described all his crimes. Well, he didn't describe all of them, just a few. So he's on a witness stand under oath, and he was asked about a 2017 loan document from Deutsche Bank, on which he signed as an attorney in fact. Trump Jr. said he didn't recall signing it, adding, "I'm sure I've signed dozens of these in my time as a trustee." He also testified that he did not have anything to do with the organization's statements of financial condition. Boss, listen, you can't have both of those. Can't be both. You can't be the attorney in fact and have nothing to do with it, and put your signature on it, and not know what you're signing, and be super in charge and the CEO, and completely not responsible for anything that happens in this company. You can't have both, you buffoon. You idiot. You dipshit. You can't have both. You can't be in charge and not responsible. You can't be the CEO who's paid the most and do the least amount of work. Doesn't make any sense. The reason CEOs get paid so much money, apparently, is because they take on all the responsibility and they're super intelligent and in charge and have degrees. George Conway said that Trump Jr.'s claims are ridiculous because management representation letters are called management representation letters for a reason. They contain representations made by management, and it's the accountants who are entitled to rely upon them. Exactly. The management tells you what is factual. The accountants work off of those facts, but facts are a thing that Trumps don't comprehend. None of them. They all live in a fact-free world where facts are just what we say, what we think, and anytime we tell you that something's true, it is. What's that? Arithmetic? No, I never heard of it. I say that the economy is based on feelings, but they take it to a whole nother level. I cannot overstate how damaging these admissions are for Trump Jr. As pleasant and relatively yawn-inducing as the review of financial documents sounds, not only does the AG take issue with the veracity of those representations, but the fact that Trump Jr. signed it after this investigation is underway without having more than a cursory discussion with the same accountants to whom the representations were made is stunning. So she's just saying the same thing I said. You can't be in charge and not responsible. You can't sign it as a fact and then not look into whether or not it's fact. This is how the Trumps operate and always have. They are fraudsters. This is what they do. They just talk a big game and don't do anything substantial or real. They commit fraud constantly. They lie to you. They just make things up and then sign documents saying that the things are there. And then the accountants are like, nah, it's not real. It's not there. They give us this fact. So then they use those documents as proof. Hey, I signed a document right here. This document right here says that I'm a unicorn. I signed it. It says I'm a unicorn, you know? But when you look at the facts, you're not. And then they'll say, well, if you need a fact that says that I am, I signed the document. But I didn't really read it. I'm not responsible if it says that I'm a unicorn. It's a very crooked way to run everything. And it is what he did when he was, that's what Trump Sr. did when he was in charge of the government. He would say a thing, say that it's true, and then point to his own saying that as evidence that it was true. He did it with the trans ban. He banned trans people from the military. No, he didn't. He put some shit on Twitter. It's not a government document. It's not government policy. It's not actually working. You just said some bullshit on Twitter. And then when they were like, hey, did you fill out some paperwork and put something into policy and put something down on the laws that the military could look at? He'd be like, nah, I banned them. I said so. Look, I said it right here on Twitter. He's a liar. He's a fraudster. He just does whatever he wants and says whatever he thinks gets him the most applause because he is a clown, an actual, literal clown. He will just say whatever he can to get people paying attention and applause. This guy is probably in trouble because he's going to go to jail for doing bad things and being an absolute dipshit. A former federal prosecutor and president of West Coast Trial Lawyers said that Trump Jr. and Eric Trump stuck to the script by minimizing their roles at the company and blamed the family's accountants for the inflated valuations. Though that may have helped deflect blame from them and their father, their testimony didn't actually justify the overvaluation, so neither of them were effective witnesses for the defense. Not effective witnesses for the defense. That sucks. Don Jr. signed off on the accuracy of the financials, and he was the trustee of the family trust. So in many ways, Don Jr.'s testimony was worse. It was actually worse for them. We are a major organization, a massive real estate organization. Yes, I'm fairly sure that I understand that we have financial statements. Absolutely. Eric Trump, who is executive vice president of the family company, told the court, I have no involvement and never worked on my father's statement of financial condition. We're in charge. We're very important. We're very real. Take us seriously. No, you can't take us seriously because we don't know what we're doing or what we're talking about or what we're saying. All right, what else after this? A gaping hole in Donald Trump's defense identified. So this is the federal case. He has so many cases, it's very hard to talk about. He has so many cases. Federal criminal trial over claims that he broke the law attempting to overturn 2020 election. Is like a dog chasing its tail. She added the former president's lawyers were pursuing the same lies he has been charged with. This lady, who is a lawyer, has suggested that Trump's lawyers, John Lauro, sort of makes the government's argument here in the sense that in writing the motion to dismiss, he continues to push the big lie. He makes these arguments that there is abundant public evidence to support Trump's belief that there was fraud in the election. Of course, that's not the case. And so, in essence, it's like the dog chasing its tail, trying to make out a defense by pursuing the same lies that Trump is charged with, not the speech about the lies, but the conspiracy and the fraud. Donald Trump goes and says on TV, on Twitter, that the election was rigged. Then millions of people hear it, want it to be true, believe it, and repeat it. It's proven factually that it wasn't rigged, that it was completely fair and open and honest. Anything that went wrong was minor and didn't sway the election. So it's factually inaccurate, but that doesn't matter. They feel, Donald Trump's fans feel like it's real, feel like this is correct, and they feel like it was stolen from them. Donald Trump then gets in trouble with the law for trying to overturn the 2020 election. And because he tries to overturn it illegally, he's now in trouble with the law. This is what Jack Smith's entire thing is about. The defense he puts forward in this case is that millions of people believe that the election was stolen. How did they get to believe that, Donnie? You told them. He is a dog chasing his tail. He is circling and circling and circling. Your Honor, the people know that the election was stolen, and they know that because I told them, and since they're saying it, it must be true. The thing that I'm saying is true because the people I told to say it are saying it. Yeah, you can believe things. Beliefs can be wrong. Shinseto, you are being very un-American right now. How dare you tell an American that their beliefs are wrong? How could you tell an American person that their belief is wrong? Sorry guys, your beliefs can be wrong. And the sooner you know that, the closer you will be to reality. It is a circular logic that Donald Trump is using. He says that he won the election. He says that it was rigged. The people believe it. The people believing it is evidence that it was rigged. And it goes around and around like that for eternity. And that's his legal defense. That's the thing he's saying to a judge. The people, the population, believe that it's rigged, and I had no choice. But I told them it was rigged. And the only reason they believe it is because I told them. I'm telling them that it's rigged. It just goes in circles for eternity. This is conservative thought. That's how conservative thought works. It's really ironic because in the brief for Trump, he associates himself with a mass of people in the country who believe in the fraud and believe that the election was stolen, without noting the reason they think that it is because Donald Trump is the one that started them on that road and is the one who spread the rumor, spread the lie, who went to court baselessly, and who sent lawyers to go out to court baselessly. It's a little bit difficult to bootstrap yourself into the basis that millions of people believe the election was stolen. You're the person who fermented the lie in the first place. Yeah, so lie, then when people believe it, use them as evidence that the lie is true. I'm telling you, man, Donald Trump lies on a level that nobody else is on. He is preeminently the most prolific and powerful liar the world's ever known. He's on a whole other level. Nobody's putting up the numbers that guy puts up. It's amazing. He's the Michael Jordan of liars. Nobody else is even close. Mark Meadows made false election claims in his book, and the publishers want their money back. Although Meadows promised that everything in his book was accurate, one chapter opens with, "I knew he didn't lose." So, again, just circular logic liars all the way down. Mark Meadows just went to court and said, I told Donald Trump he did lose. don't sue me, don't send me to jail. That's what he said to a judge. But what does he say to in his book? I knew he didn't lose. Because you're allowed to lie in books. Books are allowed to be fiction. Fiction's not a good thing in a court of law. Fiction's a great thing in literature, or in a book that you wrote. But if you tell the publisher that it's true, they might want their money back. This is good. I love this. This is great. Lying a lot might actually have consequences. Oh my God. Person with power and money might be held responsible? Not in my America. How dare you? Oh, hi. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, hit the like button, press the subscribe button. If you want to tell me how right I am, feel free to leave a comment. If you want to tell me how wrong I am, leave a comment too. That's good. This is just kind of a hobby for me, so I appreciate you coming by, giving it a watch, and pressing the YouTube buttons. Thanks.